The Plucky Squire caught my attention straight away. It's one of those games that feels really unique, kind of like a storybook meets a video game. The visual style is creative and well thought out, and it made me wonder, what if I created a character that I could actually fit into that world? So that's what I decided to do this week. I sketched a character version of myself and reimagined her to fit the Plucky Squire's universe. The style, the materials, and the tone of the world. Before jumping into design, I looked at the art style more closely. The art director behind it is James Turner. He's known for designing some of the more unusual but creative Pokemon in recent games, such as Sinistea and Buzzwole. His approach is all about clean, strong shapes. The characters aren't over-rendered, they're built with clear silhouettes, minimal line work, and just enough detail to give them personality. What stood out to me most is the use of textures. Felt, cardboard, paper edges. The world feels handmade, sort of like a pop-up book for a craft project. That was something I really wanted to include in my character as well. I didn't want to make someone who's obviously a hero or a villain. I was more interested in creating a character who supports the story in a different way. Someone in the background, but still important. So I imagined this character as a traveling illustrator. She wanders from page to page, documenting the world through sketches. She's not there to fight monsters, she's there to draw them. So she's more like a scholar or a visual historian. To help tell that story visually, I designed 2 items for her, a large quill pen and a magical ink bottle. The quill is her main tool. It's oversized and a bit dramatic, but it works as a visual focus point. The idea behind the ink bottle is that it reacts to memory. It only draws what's real or what has once existed. If she forgets a creature or a place, the sketch fades. It's a subtle concept, but I thought it gave her some sort of emotional depth, and it fits into a world that plays with memory and paper and storytelling. I kept the proportions pretty simple. The body is compact with a slightly larger head and smaller limbs, kind of like a toy figure, which works well with the rest of the game's character design. She's wearing a short layered cloak, a satchel with scrolls, and a headband with a crown fitted upon it. I imagined her being someone who spends a lot of time outdoors, such as sitting outside of trees or hiding behind rocks just to sketch quietly. The design is low-key and it's not too flashy, but it has personality. I think the more you look, the more you see. And that's the kind of feeling I wanted to go for. For the colour palette, I chose a muted warm tone. So soft browns, faded reds, parchment sort of beige. I also wanted to add a bit of teal so it matched the ink bottle and to give a hint of something a bit different. I didn't want to bring bright colours or hard shadows. We have to remember that this isn't a main character, it's someone in the background, someone you wouldn't notice is there, but still holds a main role within the main game itself. Everything is shaded with light gradients or chalky textures to give it a handmade feel. It should feel like it was drawn in a sketchbook, but I still wanted to keep the style that James Turner has throughout the whole game. After everything was coloured and shaded and everything was finished, I added a grain texture over the top just to give it a bit of texture. Just enough so you can see that it's there, but not overpowering. So yeah, the character's name is Beth, yeah, it's just me, but her whole job is to document the world so it doesn't get forgotten. She's not the main character, but she shows up when you need her. Maybe she gives you information on a hidden area, or sketches a creature so you can study it before a boss fight. I really enjoyed creating someone who contributes to the world without needing to be loud or powerful. She just pays attention and remembers the details, and I think that's enough. Thank you so much for watching the full breakdown. It was so fun to do something a bit more illustrative, storybook style sort of thing. And it made me think more about side characters more than the main character itself. If you were a character in the Plucky Squire, what would you be? Let me know in the comments, and I'd love to sketch one of your ideas in a bonus future video. And if you really like the sort of video where I turn myself into video game characters, please subscribe. I might do more of this in the future. Give me a video game suggestion that I can do in future videos, and I'll see what I can do.